also not a state attorney, he couldn't come. And what makes it more odd is the fact that they sent state attorneys, not even one, but two senior state attorneys, to come and inform the court that they are at a conference, and so the matter should be adjourned. That is all. Well, there's an application for interlocutory injunction pending, so why would anybody proceed? I find it quite interesting and quite odd, and indeed the height of a disregard for the rule of law if they proceed in that manner.
So as far as you are concerned, you expect the president to halt the constitution of the Council of State while this is pending?
It is not my expectation. It is the expectation of the law. The law expects that such regard for due process be observed. And so it will be actually a confirmation of their disregard for the rule of law. And I think that you should see the affidavit filed by the Attorney General.
So, I mean, there are those who have made reference to the fact that in that affidavit, he makes the point that there is no law that requires a fair hearing to be given to the Chief Justice. And there are some who are also saying that even under the previous government, the president gave a hearing after he had referred the matter to the Council of State already.
I would say that the Lord has a fine way of exposing the hearts and desires of men. The Lord has an interesting way of exposing the hearts, the true desires of men. And indeed, it's been evidence in the affidavit filed by the Attorney General. They did not intend to accord any right of hearing to the Chief Justice until the matter was filed. And they indicated it in the affidavit. So it's quite clear. It's okay. I'll leave it at that. The merit will be determined by the court who argue in court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Metro. Oh, is that here?
Application against petitions for the removal of the Chief Justice Gertrude Torkonoo has been adjourned indefinitely. Counsel for the applicant Godfred criticized his successor for his absence in court.
Led by his lawyers, Member of Parliament for Old Tafo Vincent Asifua was expecting to move his application to injunct the processes seeking to remove Justice Gertrude Torkonoo as Chief Justice. Justice Professor Henry Tamensa Bonsu, presiding over a 5-member panel at the court sitting on Wednesday, April 9, indicated that the court had received a letter stating that all cases involving the Attorney General from April 7 to 10 should be adjourned. State attorneys officially requested an adjournment as a courtesy to the court, but counsel for the applicant, Godfred, a former Attorney General, was displeased with the development. Dame noted that the Attorney General attending a seminar should not bar the hearing of the suits at the Apex Court. He therefore sought a brief adjournment of the matter, proposing Monday, April 14. The Supreme Court adjourned the suit indefinitely after noting that it would be inappropriate to fix a date since the request by the Attorney General, Dr. Dominic Aine, was approved by the Chief Justice and accordingly communicated to all judges. The immediate past Attorney General spoke to the media after the proceedings.
I mean, that was quite odd for him to say that state attorneys operation for the matter. All the cases that we have, he is not a state attorney. He cannot come to court. But as important as the removal of the Chief Justice, the clinical or state the Kesi to report the attorney. The deputy attorney also not state attorney in the clinical. What makes it more odd is the fact that they sent state attorneys, not even one but two senior state attorneys, to come and inform the court that they are at the conference, and so the matter should be done. That is all.
In more news this evening, do not start if you are not ready, because stopping it will be difficult. That is the advice from specialist psychiatrists at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital to persons, particularly the youth, who may be thinking of taking Red 225. According to Dr. Albert Sodohia, the use of Red has several long-term effects on the human body, which can lead to death. Evelyn Tingma reports.
Red 225 is a high-dose tramadol used for moderate to severe pain and is supposed to be prescribed by a medical doctor. Red 225 is reported to be a smuggled drug into the country since it is not approved by the Food and Drugs Authority and the abuse is currently on the high side. The youth, who are in the majority of the abuse, are said to be taking it for a number of reasons, including working for long hours, increased duration for sexual activity, and to feel less tired during manual work. But specialist psychiatrist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Albert Sodohia, says the drug does not do any of them.
Some people start using it for moderate to severe pain, but because they notice there's a way they feel euphoria. There's a euphoria they feel when they take it. So they want to feel the same way over and over again. And they continue using because if they stop, they'll have withdrawal effect. And the withdrawal effect is very severe. They can have severe pain in their abdomen, in their joints, anywhere. And they can have nausea, vomiting, they can even have running stomach, that's diarrhea. They can become agitated, irritable, become aggressive.
An addict of opiates in an interview narrates how over time his body system got used to the drug, compelling him to increase the dosage.
When you wake up, the first thing you need to go and do is get your tramadol, put it in a drink. It's before food. Okay. It will get to the time when you don't take it, you can't eat. You can't function. Your whole day is just bad. You are getting angry each and every minute. Dr. Sodehia advised persons who have not fallen victim not to start it at all, as stopping it is difficult. The use of these drugs definitely could have long-term health effects.
Addiction and dependence, damaging your kidneys and your liver, weakening your immune system, hormonal imbalance, life of crime, which can end you in jail, and of course, the risk of mental disorders. And then there's a risk of death through respiratory depression.
The advice, if well taken, could help curb the high risk of addiction and dependency among the youth. Evelyn Tenkma, TV3 News, Accra.
Still watching News 360 on TV3. Stay with us. We have the latest in the world of business with Menu Afro.